Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. In today's beginner tutorial, I'll show you how to create beautiful terrain in Unity using the Universal Render pipeline. I already have the URP project open and will be using a free asset from the Unity Asset Store to help with textures and elements, link in the description below. Let's dive in and start building our terrain step by step, adding textures, trees and rocks to make it look amazing. Let's get started. First, let's head over to the Unity Asset Store. We'll log in using your Gmail account. Once you're logged in, search for the free asset we'll be using today. I've provided the link to it in the description below. Once you've found it, click on the Add to My Assets button. This will save it to your account, and from there you can open it directly in Unity. As you can see, I've already downloaded and imported the asset onto my device. All the files, textures and models are now ready to use in our Unity project. Alright, let's get started by creating a new scene. I'll name it Terrain so we can keep everything organized. This will be the main scene where we build and design our beautiful terrain. Once the scene is created, let's move on to setting up the terrain itself. Now let's create our 3D terrain object. To do this, go to the top menu, click Game Object, then 3D Object and select Terrain. This will add a blank terrain to our scene, which we can now customize. Next, let's start painting the terrain. In the inspector, go to the Paint Terrain tab and choose Paint Texture. To apply a texture, we need to add a layer. Click Add Layer in the Layer palette, and from here I'm going to select Grass, Alt A from the asset we downloaded earlier. This will be the base texture for our terrain. Now, let's add some height to our terrain by creating mountains. In the Paint Terrain section, choose the Raise or Lower Terrain tool. From here, you can select any brush you like. I'll pick a soft, round brush to create smooth slopes. Next, increase the brush size to cover more area, and let's start shaping some mountains around the terrain. Simply click and drag to raise the ground and create the height variations you want. This is a great way to make your terrain more dynamic and interesting. Now that we've shaped our mountains, let's add some trees to bring our terrain to life. Go to the Paint Trees section and click on Edit Trees, then select Add Tree. Next, in the pop-up window, choose the prefab named Confiner from the asset we imported and click the Add button to apply it. Once the tree is added, we'll use the Mass Place Trees feature to quickly populate the terrain. Click the Mass Place Trees button, set the number of trees to 3000 and hit Place. And just like that, our terrain is covered with beautiful trees, giving it a lush and realistic look. Now let's add some grass to give our terrain even more life. Go to the Paint Details section and click Edit Details. Then select Add Grass Texture. In the pop-up, choose a grass texture from the asset we imported. Once selected, click Add to apply it. Now we can start painting grass directly onto the terrain. Adjust the brush size and opacity to control how dense the grass appears. Simply click and drag over the areas where you want grass and watch the terrain transform into a lush, natural environment. Now let's create some holes in the terrain to form a small river.
Lines on the window, take my smile to your pocket. You got me, you and I'm losing to you, I'm a sinner.
Alright, everything is set up. Our terrain is ready with mountains, trees, grass, and a riverbed. Let's hit the play button to run the scene and see how it all comes together in real time. That's it for today. We've created a simple terrain in Unity URP with mountains, trees, and grass. If this tutorial helped you, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your thoughts or questions. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.